Welcome to the Ukuleles. Yeah, we know we spelled it wrong. We're your hosts, Amory, Ashley, and Mary. Today we're going to talk about things we didn't know about. This one's going to be the dating edition because we don't know everything, and despite what my mom thinks.
I personally know everything. Just ask me.
But before we roll into the dating edition of the things we don't know, let's do Cups of Chaos.
Yes.
This is where we kind of just start talking about what's happened over the week and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Who wants to go first?
Oh my gosh, we're having our bathroom torn apart this week and remodeled.
Yeah, you are.
So our house is crazy.
Yes. I've seen some of the craziness.
Yeah, remodels are stressful.
Yeah, especially when you have animals. But the good thing is there's only one person really that uses that bathroom when everyone's home. So
right,
she's just using ours.
Yeah. How's sharing the bathroom with your teen daughter?
It's fine because she has a vanity in her bedroom, so
a lot of the get ready stuff can be in her room.
She gets up in the morning, she comes into our bathroom. Greg doesn't even know she's in there because he sleeps right through it. So
yeah.
I wish I slept like that.
I was just gonna say, I wish I slept like that.
Amen.
I don't sleep like that.
Nope.
No.
Dwight's alarms go off and I'm wide awake and he's still sleeping and I'm like, hey.
The only time I can sleep in is when I absolutely have to get up. There's a drop dead time.
Yeah.
Then I have the best sleep of my life.
See, I don't sleep at all then. I'm up all night. Even if I have alarms set, I'm up all night.
When
I'm afraid I'm not going to wake up.
Right. When we have to travel somewhere, that's what happens for me. I'll wake up 17 times in one night just to pee.
When we travel, this has happened quite a few times. I will be up the entire night before. I've done that. I did that the last time we were in Florida, and we had to fly home. I was up all night long.
I don't know how you do that.
But I also can travel well at night, drive well at night because of that.
No, I cannot. I probably actually legally should probably not drive at night.
Because of your eyes, or?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't see well.
Well, what is it that Ashley says she has? Narcolepsy?
I have narcolepsy. If I'm in the passenger seat, game over. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
It could be a 30-minute drive. I could go to sleep.
So this week, I all have Dolly the Dane, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Dolly tackled me in the hallway, knocked me into the cabinet type thing that we have in the wall that does the towel holder, whatever. Knocked me into that. Somehow it hit the back of my shoulder, and I did dent the metal.
Oh my God.
With my hip, because these hips don't lie.
Shakira.
But I have it's bruising now nicely. It's starting to come out to a very beautiful purple.
It looked rough when I saw it.
It was.
Yeah. Well, it was better than I thought it was going to be honest with you. I was expecting a massive bruise on her shoulder when it was not that bad when I saw it Thursday.
No, but it is.
It's not pretty.
Coming out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Did Dolly say she was sorry?
She looked at me like, what happened? What'd I do? I'm like, you're a giant. You're not a baby tracker, like a tiny little beagle.
She's so cute.
She was very bouncy because, we were here working in the studio.
Right.
She was excited to see you.
And she was very happy to see me. She probably was also excited to smell your dogs.
Oh yeah.
So she was like, who are these?
My week was just crazy being a mom taxi. Taking one to Taekwondo and one to football and then back to Taekwondo and then to school and then to speech. And
never a moment, right?
Oh no, I feel like I haven't been home all week. Yesterday was the first day that I was like, I'm at my house and I can do laundry and I can get some things done.
Yeah.
And
did you get things done or did you just sit and stare at the wall like I would?
No, I went to Walmart and I got stuff to reorganize my laundry room, and I have to reorganize my office because we have to get rid of our storage unit. So there's been a lot of organizing happening in my house yesterday
Which
and today.
Is great for your ADHD moments.
Except halfway through, I'm like, this is too much.
Oh,
I get overwhelmed.
When you think I'm going to reorganize my kitchen and you take every pot and pan out and every dish out, and then you're just sitting in a giant pile of, oh my God.
And then you're like, are overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know what to do now. And then your husband comes home and is like, what the hell happened here? Yeah, that's how it's been.
The kid took it all out.
Blame Riley.
He said he wanted to play with the kitchen
I don't know
stuff.
what happened. I went to the bathroom and this stuff was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, you know, with my husband working at home, he sees the chaos happening like that. So
Yeah.
he'll just come out, look around, and start stepping over stuff.
Good man. Good man. Doesn't question a thing.
Don't say a thing. It'll just make it worse.
I'll make it better, I promise.
I always go on bingers, right? Like, I'm like, I got to throw everything away.
I think that's called being manic.
Oh,
I'm doing that. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, God.
We're like emptying the storage unit and I'm like, we don't need that. We don't need that. Throw it out. Find a place to throw it out. I don't want it anymore.
Ooh, I love to purge.
Yes.
I love to take shit out of my house.
It feels so
that's-
good.
Yes, it does. And Carson's a really good purger. Like,
Is he?
he is great at throwing things out.
He is too
He-
good sometimes.
Honestly, like my mom, I love her to death, but she does hoard a little bit. And this is nothing new. So when she listens to this, it's okay that I say that because she knows her and Bob are both hoarders. They know that. Mom has like 17 glass bowls.
For what?
What does
I don't
she
know.
use them for? Well, she throws a lot of parties.
She does throw a lot of parties, but do you really need 17 different bowls,
Well,
same size,
but-
same shape, same
But didn't she
crystal?
do like catering kind of stuff too? Like she cooked a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Look at me trying to defend.
Ina.
Yeah.
I'm just staying
Defend her away.
silent.
Well, you haven't. I don't think you've ever met my mom.
I
have
met
you?
her one time
Okay.
I've
at
spent-
the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time with Ina.
Ina doesn't like when we swear.
No, we
She's-
get in trouble.
She might have a rough time with this podcast.
Yeah, that's all right. I told her. I warned her. But
She'll
I
just
did-
call us and tell us to watch our mouths
Yeah.
because we should be like,
ladies.
yeah.
We're ladies.
She-
We
she
shouldn't
wants-
talk like that.
She once actually yelled at us for cussing
In the driveway.
in the driveway at Anne Marie's house.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would do if I was yelled at for
I
swearing.
said, oh, stop it. Mind you, a couple beverages had been had. So
By-
it's
by
like your
all.
mouth gets worse.
Well, right.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But Ina had the beverages with us, so it wasn't like it was just us. But
yeah, but she's still a lady.
she is still a lady.
That's classy.
We
It's
are not.
classy to not swear, right?
That's not us. We're drinking wine out of coffee cups and cussing like sailors. It's
And
fine.
I always heard the intelligent women swear more. So
I have also heard that. I am super duper fucking smart.
yeah, if
me
you
too.
say fuck a lot, you're very smart.
That words in my dictionary. It's very hard for me to actually cut out the word fuck, especially if I'm talking to like patients or something like that. I'm like, and everything is
Censoring
don't say
yourself.
The word fuck. Don't say shit. Don't say shitty. But it's great. But mom hoards, and Carson loves to throw things out because we went on a tangent. Sorry, guys.
But
Yeah. Hey, we brought it back around. It's fine.
yes.
All right. So, Cups of Chaos concluded.
I like it.
I like it.
Dating.
Ugh.
So we're all a little bit different, right? And for me, I'm the oldest. So I by a couple of years, I know. But like I feel like with you, Ashley, you're a good bit younger. Not good bit, but enough that there's a slight difference.
There is, yes. I'm still old, guys.
We're all in our 40s.
We are.
Yeah.
So
But she
we have
just
some
made it there.
experience.
Fresh 40. I'm fresh
She
40.
is fresh 40. I don't know. I'm still 29.
Yeah.
Every day.
Me too.
Did I say we're all in our 40s? You guys are in your 40s. I'm 29.
That's
Forever.
Okay. I'll take the 40. I'm okay with it.
Forever.
Is that a song?
Sandlot reference.
Wow.
Sorry.
I watched it when I was a child. I don't remember anything from it.
You should,
Well, I
you
watched
should watch
it as
again.
one of my dating movies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, we all kind of have a different perspective, don't we,
do.
on dating?
Yep.
So,
Start in high school. How were you in high school? Like, did you date in high school?
oh, I did not date in high school. Well, okay, that's a lie.
Middle school?
That's a lie. I did have a boyfriend in high school, but he was so boring. And so I broke up with him. And then nobody told me that it was not okay as like a 17-year-old to date somebody who was in their 20s.
Oh.
So, I have that experience. And I look back now and I think, ew, What? Why did anyone think that was okay?
Well,
Because age is
you
just
have a daughter
number.
now.
Just
You have a
kidding.
daughter now, so you think of it in a different way.
Yeah.
If somebody looked at either one of
I
my
know.
daughters and was like several years older,
Yeah.
and they were underage, I would punch them in the face. Like, don't even look at her.
I think it's the where age wise that we grew up, right? The difference was more like when I grew up, mom was around, right? But she was a single mom for the most part. Bob didn't always live with us. Like he lived with his mom, and then because she was older, and my mom was a full-time worker, so she worked as selling insurance door to door. So a lot of times she was out on leave. So when I would have a boyfriend, it would be okay to talk to them all hours of the night, or
You didn't have a lot of rules.
I didn't have a lot of rules. And unfortunately, I wasn't always smart about things, for sure. But like parties happened at my house,
Well,
my mom did not know at all.
that's true.
She will now.
Oh no, she knows now. But when literally it was me and my mom in a trailer that we lived at. We lived in a trailer park, and it was me and my mom, and she would have to go on what they called Ardmores. So she'd be gone for a full week and I'm like 14, 15, 16,
Wow.
17.
Wow.
And I was taking care of myself. Yeah, Bob looked in on me, but for the most part, because I had school,
Right.
I didn't go sleep elsewhere because he didn't live in the district that I lived in.
Right. You'd have had to be driven to
I
school.
would have had to be driven to school
yeah.
every day. So, and then of course, when we were like 15, 16, we could, drive. But as far as dating goes, like best friends of mine were staying over, and they were boys. Nothing happened until later, but
I think you make a good point. It's really important when you first start dating to have somebody guide you in that. I didn't have that. My mom died when I was young. And so, then I moved out of my house at 16.
yeah,
So
so young.
Yeah. So there was nobody to like ask questions of or give me guidance. So decision making was awful, to say the least.
Well, yeah, because teenagers never make the right decision.
No,
you make
your
the one you
brain's not
want.
even
We have
fully formed.
our brain's not fully formed. We have no judgment at all. Like our
Right.
judgment of what is right versus wrong. Like, the easy right versus wrong, right? But if it doesn't feel wrong, then why is it wrong?
Right.
And that's how we would argue that,
Yep.
right? But
I had a different upbringing because my parents were always there, and
Yeah.
I talked to my mom about everything.
you still do.
I still do. But she always made it very easy to talk to her. Like, she would keep a straight face. She wouldn't get mad about anything I was saying. I could literally ask her about sex, French kissing, like whatever I wanted.
French kissing.
And she
It
would,
didn't phase her, huh?
and she would just answer. She might have panicked later when she got to her bedroom or whatever, but like, she always kept it really cool with me so that I could talk to her about anything I wanted. And I still do. But now she's starting to tell me stories about her, and I'm not sure I'm okay with that.
When the shoe's on the other foot, I'm not ready.
And that happens sometimes, right? Like this one time, Mom at band camp. Right. No.
And then my mom's like, yeah,
Oh yeah, that used to
one
happen
time.
at cheerleading camp.
And you're like, oh God, plug your ears.
Yeah, especially because they grew up, like my mom grew up in the 70s, which was like peace and free love.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. As far as dating, high school for me, I dated a couple people in like middle school, like 6th through 8th grade.
Do those even count though?
I don't know, because that's for me, at least like a couple of them counted. I remember who my first kiss was at 14. I think I was maybe 14. My first booby grab, I remember that. Someone grabbed my boob.
I thought you were like doing the booby grabbing, and I was like, huh.
No,
Didn't know that.
Like
I still accept you.
Testing
Thank
the
you.
waters.
Exploring. No. And that's fine if you did explore.
Yeah.
But no, it was like, I mean, I can tell you his name and everything right now, when it happened, where it happened. I can
Wow.
recall it all.
That's amazing.
Oh,
recall.
I could too.
Your
But
first
I
booby
was,
grab?
Well, no, because my husband was my first booby grab. But,
Which I still think is amazing.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Well,
Applause.
I dated in high school. I had a few boyfriends in high school that I would say were boyfriends. Obviously, high school relationships are what they are. It wasn't
Yeah.
a lot. It didn't last long, but I did meet my husband when I was 16, and we've been together ever since. So we're working on 23 years
Together.
that we've been together.
You know, I dated a lot in my 20s, but I was a mother already. So that was wild. And I did not know that that was going to be so insane.
Yeah.
Like that was going to be a whole new set of challenges. I actually have a horror story for you.
Okay, I love horror stories.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Scary.
So I was living in a city. I was going to college. This is right before I had my son. So before I was a mom. And I was working in a bowling alley. And I met this guy in the bowling alley. He was dressed so nice. He asked me to go out. I was like, yeah.
Like jean on jean, dressed nicely?
No, like...
That's what I think.
Wow,
are
are you
in a
trying to-
bowling alley?
Ma'am, your perspective on bowling alleys is a little off.
I know. I'm sorry. He was there, I think, for some kind of work thing.
Okay.
Is what I took away from it. So anyway, so he's dressed really nice, like slacks. You know, when you get to your 40s, you can use words like slacks. He was dressed in slacks and like a suit.
Like a button-down
Jacket.
shirt?
Yeah, and a button-down
okay.
shirt. Okay, so I think, he's really sharp looking, right? I lived with my brother at the time and his wife while I was going to college. Mm-hmm. And when the guy was supposed to pick me up, he was late. He never got out of his car.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
He
rude.
honked the horn when he pulled up in front of my brother's house.
Oh,
My dumb ass still went out there because...
did your brother say don't go out there?
No. I get out there. I get in the car. He is wearing a wife beater.
Oh,
nice. Yeah. So was he Italian? I feel like
Mafia?
I mean, I grew up with people wearing
I could
the
not
wife
even
beaters.
tell you because this is how little I got to know the guy. I actually took my dumb ass into the car, shut the door, and just as we're like pulling away, he's like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet." Just to
No
let you know.
way.
Yes, it gets worse.
I would have been like, you can just stop right now.
Yeah, oh, it's so much worse.
Let me out.
So I'm like 18, right?
Yeah. No, you said like 20.
Was I was
don't
in
know.
college for a little while. I was like right 19, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Before I had Jacob, because I was 20 when I had Jacob.
Oh, okay. So a little before Jacob.
Yes. So he takes me to a bar.
At 18,
At
which is
18, 19,
totally appropriate back
however old
then.
I was. Yeah. I know he has no money, right? And then he starts talking to me about, you know, like, you need to be available when I try to call you. That's what I expect out of a relationship, blah, 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 right? I had to call my brother to come and get me. I disappeared from that place so fast.
Which, did you have a cell phone then, or did you have
Yes.
to? Okay.
I had a cell phone.
Was it a Nokia?
I don't even remember. I think it was a Nextel.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Beep, beep.
Yep. So
The walkie.
fast forward, I block this guy out of my memory, and I'm in classes in art school, and obviously my phone is off during class, so I would turn it on
Yeah.
in between classes. This guy was sending me text messages and trying to call me in between classes. Still sticking with it. I need to get a hold of you, and you need. I was like, wow, this guy's crazy.
I would have been like, did you not get it when I left the bar?
Yeah.
He didn't track that you left the date.
I really think he might have been insane, like mental health issues.
Like needed help.
I went on another date with a guy who we sat down at the table, and he told me that he had severe gambling issues. I was like, on the first date, this is what you tell me with? I was like, check, please.
I mean, I get red flag, but at least he was honest, I guess.
Yeah.
So I feel like my dating history was a little bit different. Like I had, you know, a couple of the middle school boyfriends. I think I had like one real boyfriend in high school that I would count as a real boyfriend that we actually made it like a few months. And then I was like here and there boyfriends. Like I had crushes on people. I had some boyfriends that were like, I don't know. I broke up with one kid because his breath was horrible.
That's a valid reason to break up with somebody.
Horrible. And then I broke up with another kid who was really nice, super sweet, but it was awkward because he was really short and I'm really short. So It was just awkward.
Aw,
you
that
need-
poor guy. You probably gave him a complex.
No, he got
Just
taller.
because you needed a tall guy? Come on, Anne-Marie.
It wasn't that I needed a tall guy. It was that I needed someone as tall as me.
Oh, he was shorter than you?
Shorter than
you.
me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bless his little heart.
I thought you
and
were...
I, back in the day, you wore your mud boots, which had some pretty decent heels on them.
From the Delia's catalog.
Yes. With your penny CDs.
Yes.
And my Arizona jeans.
I could never afford any of that, but I always wanted it.
I didn't have any of that either. Name brands were not a thing when I was a kid.
But
No.
I would say my real boyfriend, like real dating, didn't come until after I graduated high school. Like my first real boyfriend was I think 19 actually. Yeah. Met him at Arby's.
Were you working there or you were eating there?
No, I was working.
Was he working there too?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I was working
nice.
there.
That's how Dwight and I met too, at work,
Yeah.
at a restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was Old Country Buffet.
Nice.
I don't know if that's a thing down here,
I
but
don't know.
I've never seen one.
It's literally like
it's a buffet.
It's like a
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
Well, but not
But
as
not-
fancy.
yeah, I feel like
Golden Corral's fancy?
Compared to Old Country Buffet, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
snap.
so it was always questionable when you went there.
I just worked there.
But yeah, so like our 19 I think was when you really started, once you're graduating high school, like some relationships, because you and Dwight started dating in high school.
Right. I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, so I mean some
Wow.
relationships do start in high school. Obviously, you have people that get married every day out of high school or sometimes while they're in high school. We had some pregnant people in high school that were experiencing love and all the above.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Yeah. But yeah, I waited. Best part about that, like I actually waited. I was 21 when I lost my virginity, I think.
Well, that's good compared to
Some people.
Some people. I waited till marriage.
Yeah.
So my husband and I
That is
Had
one thing I
been-
knew I did not want to do.
had
Sorry
been-
to interrupt.
had been together for 5 years before we got married. So yeah, it was just something that I wanted. There wasn't like really a reason. I just felt like it was right for me.
It was not religious based. It was not.
No, it was just my
felt
feelings.
like the right
I
thing to
felt
do.
like I needed to do that for me.
Yeah.
He was not a virgin. So, there was stresses there for me. He didn't care, but I worried about my lack of experience compared to him.
Mm-hmm.
But
when you love, you love.
but he was, I found an amazing man who was willing to wait, because I don't think that a lot of guys would have.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are certain people who have definitely, well, some guys probably would have, right? There's probably like a small percentage.
Oh, I'm sure
anyway.
they're out there.
But yeah, funny story about losing your virginity though. I always thought you had to tell your mom or your parents when that happened.
If Abby's listening, you do.
And you
No,
should.
before. You need to tell before.
Yes.
The minute you want to, you need to tell your
Yes,
mom.
I always
Yeah.
stress that.
So because of the movies, right?
Right.
When you're younger, you live by what the movies tell
Oh, yeah, you think that's real life.
Yeah.
They're like your
Wait
parent.
a second, it's not. But so I always thought I had to tell her. So I remember we were in my room redoing my room, painting it and cleaning it, and I was letting her know that I had lost my virginity.
You just said it like, did you say it nonchalantly? Like,
No, I was
so
kinda-
Mom, by the way.
Yeah, because you know how awkward I am. So I was like, I was really nervous because I just thought, I don't know, I thought she would be like upset or mad that I didn't wait until marriage, even though we're not religious or there was no reason for that. But I was like, Mom, so I just let you know that I lost my virginity. And she's like, you what?
Oh,
God, you had to repeat it?
You had to repeat it. That's
Yeah.
the worst.
And I was like, oh, I lost my virginity. And she's like, oh. And then like it hit her what I was actually saying. She goes, oh, well, honey, I thought you lost that a long time ago.
Wow.
Mom. The reason she thought I lost that a long time ago was because I worked at a pizzeria, Giuseppe's in New York. It was fantastic pizzeria. And I worked with all hot guys, except for like one or two girls, me and another girl.
So she just thought you were out
She
there
just
hoeing
assumed.
around at the pizza parlor.
I mean, in all fairness, I would go to clubs and, things that no children should do at this age, and the
Right.
world is a lot different right now than it was in the 90s.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's why. She thought that.
So my mom thought I was crazy for wanting to wait. She was like, "Are you serious? You're really going to wait?" And I was like, you're upset that I want to wait? She's like, "Well, no, what if it's not good?"
Yeah, that was my thought.
And I was like, "Really, Mom?" And she was like, "Yeah, really." So then 2 weeks before our wedding, I tried to get him to have sex with me. And he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? We have waited almost 5 years. We are waiting till the wedding."
Way to go, Dwight. Stick to your guns.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." Now looking back, like, I'm happy I waited. I'm happy I stuck to my guns.
Yeah.
But there's also some regret because, like, your first time is not always fantastic.
Right.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
Well, nobody knows what they're doing. He did. So that was terrifying for me because was I going to stack up? Was I, but he told me I was crazy because I told him that last night. And he was like, "Stack up? Really, honey? Really?" And I was like, "I don't know."
But that's a great thing. Like, our husbands love us for exactly who we are, how we look, everything.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We worry for nothing.
We all found the right people eventually, right?
Yeah, it led to the right location for sure.
But
although Carson almost missed it.
He
yes.
did.
Tell us how you met Carson.
So at work, we worked at a furniture store called Raymore and Flanagan in upstate New York, and I was a customer service supervisor, and I walked back, and this dude was sitting behind my desk, and I was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "This is my desk. I'm Anne Marie. Who are you?" And he was like, "Carson." And at the time, Carson was a clean shaven, like no beard.
Does not exist for me. Sorry.
No beard and completely bald. He had shaved his head.
Bald.
Bald. Shaves his head. His head.
I've seen the beardless Carson before,
Yeah.
but
Bald.
Shaved
his head.
Wow.
So after a couple of weeks of talking with him, I started to like him, right? I was like, okay. So I was like, I don't want to ask him out. So I asked him, like, on a group date with people that we worked with, to go to a bowling alley and bowl. And he's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go." So that day, like, at the time, what he was doing was stacking furniture for getting it ready for the next day for the route. And when you stack furniture and sofas, you stack them on the side. And one of the sofas ended up falling and hitting him on top of the head.
oh,
So he had like a wicked headache. He ended up leaving a little bit early, and then he went home. So he's like, "I don't know if I'll make it tonight." And I'm like, totally understandable, right? Just send me a text, which, at that point in time, you were like texting.
It was like 10 cents a
1, 2,
letter,
3, 4,
some
5, 6,
crazy
7.
shit.
Yeah. So he never sent me a text. Actually, I was the designated driver that night, and I drove everyone home. I ended up getting pulled over and sobriety tested.
As a DD.
Yeah.
That's
because
amazing.
it was like 2 something in the morning. I had just finished working because I was working 2 jobs at the time. So I just finished working like a 60-hour work week. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was in the middle of nowhere going home on a very dark highway. So they pulled me over because I went over the line.
lines.
Oh.
So literally my exit was like, I could walk to my exit and touch the sign.
Wow.
And they pulled me over right there. And they're like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "To my bed, home." But they did. They made me get out and do a sobriety test. And it was
Wow.
cold, and it was November, and I had a really tiny little leather jacket on that never did anything. And they were like, "Why are you shaking?" I was like, "Because it's freaking cold, man.
Because we're in upstate New York. It's cold.
It's cold, and it's dark, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I want to go home." So that happened. But then I was like, this dude blew me off. He didn't text me. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to give him one more shot. And I was like, "Do you want to go see a movie with me?" And he said yes. So we went for a movie that day. 3 months later, we're actually dating. Everything's wonderful. We're having amazing time together. He's super cool. I love his family. And then I met his friends, and I love them. They're fantastic. And one of the friends was like, "Is this the girl that you stood up and went out and drank with us instead?"
Carson?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in trouble.
And he's like,
boy.
I was like, "Oh, you almost lost this."
You had a possible concussion, so you went out and drank.
Right.
I was like, whatever. And I
How
was
old
like,
were you guys?
So he just was 21, and I'm 3 years older than him. So I was 20.
Robin Grill.
Four. Thank you. Mathing is not my strong suit.
It's too early for mathing today.
Oh my gosh, we haven't had enough coffee.
But that is how we met. And then end of story. This month we are actually celebrating our 16-year anniversary, wedding anniversary.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. He's amazing. I love him so much.
We just did 18 years in August.
Wow.
The end of August.
We have been married for 4 years.
Yeah.
Together for 11 in October.
How did you meet Greg, and how was dating when you already had children? Because that's a whole new experience.
You know, dating when you have kids is like a job interview.
No.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
if when I met Greg, if his daughter did not like me,
yeah,
then that wouldn't have been a no-go for him. And same with me.
Right.
We were very lucky. I was working in a bar.
Nice.
And we both tell this story very differently. So I just want everybody to know that if you ask him about the story, he's going to say, oh, no, let me tell you how it really went.
So we're going to have to do, because Carson will tell you that there's a different story as well. We're going to have to do dating edition with men.
Oh, that'd be
we
so
could do
fun.
that.
Men.
Yeah.
And have them on as
Their
guests.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. See how different everything is.
So I was waitressing, not bartending, on this particular day, and I was also smoking. So I went outside to smoke, and he was already outside, and there was like a little group of people talking, like with the other bartender, and he put his arm around me, like over my shoulder. Not in an obnoxious way, just like a, hey, I know you're new in town. If you need help finding a babysitter, I have a daughter, and, you know, I can help you out with that information, being very friendly. But I'm a person who does not like to be touched, bubble invaded. I don't like hugs. So, and people love to give me hugs when they know that I don't like hugs, Anne Marie.
I feel like I'm pretty good about it. I keep my distance.
Because you don't like hugs either.
I like hugs from certain people, the right people. You can hug me. I let you hug me. I just know that she doesn't like it, so I'm
awkward about it. So I immediately, he says, it's like somebody poured a bag of concrete on me. I immediately was like, why are you touching me?
Especially because I really don't know you.
So he takes his arm off slowly. He's like, ooh, sorry, you know. So a few minutes later, I'm inside waiting on a table, and I had a customer who was acting like an asshole.
Love those.
And I had asked, when I first came in, I'd asked the other bartender, like, hey, who is that guy? And she's
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband. And she's like, oh, that's Greg. Everybody loves him. He's so fun. He's single. And I was like, oh, really?
He's kind of cute.
So I may have played a little damsel in distress when I had an asshole customer a little while later. Like, yeah, why didn't you come and help me? You know, meanwhile, I can throw a full-grown man probably out of a doorway.
Navy training.
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
have before. So I'm standing a little while later, right? I'm standing by the waitress station, and he comes like just making a beeline for me. He's like, do you like NASCAR? I was like,
that is a Southern pickup line if I have ever heard it.
I said, my dad watches NASCAR. And he goes, my company is doing a thing at the racetrack. Do you want to go with me? And I was like, yes, I do. So a few days later, he's texting me. He's like, hey, when we get to the racetrack, I'm not going to be able to hear you because it's going to be loud. So we won't be able to have conversation. You should come over. We'll have I'll cook you dinner. We'll have a first date.
Perfect.
Great. Wonderful.
Awesome.
I go to his house. I'm driving my piece of shit car. It's got a dent on the side. The windows don't always reliably roll up and down. It has no air conditioning, and we're in the South. I mean, and I pull into this beautiful neighborhood, and I was like,
I am
oh, God.
I do not fit in here.
I'm on the wrong side of the tracks as of right this moment.
Belongs together.
Exactly. So I pull into his driveway. He cooks me this amazing smoked steak. And I think I fell in love right then.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, he cooks. He's nice. He already has kids.
Yeah.
So we have a wonderful date. I go to leave. I had locked my keys in my car. So now my windows are reliably up and I cannot get into my car. Also, I'm broke. So I can't pay to have them taken out of my car. He paid $75 to have a wrecker come at the end of a cul-de-sac at night when it was dark with all its lights flashing and all the neighbors were alerted.
And on your first date.
Yes, and on our first date.
That
and
is
he paid
awesome.
him to unlock the car. And then I thought driving, like, he's never going to talk to me again. I just met this amazing person and I blew it. But he must have seen something he liked because he definitely talked to me. And here we are.
I love it. I
Yes.
love that. So, statistics, right? I'm just curious. Did you actually look up anything about being waiting to your marriage thing?
I did. So, obviously, different eras, different statistics, right? So, in the 1980s, it says around 25 to 30% of women reported being virgins at the time of their marriage.
Holy shit.
Wow.
But in the 2000s and 2010s, that dropped to 10 to 15%.
Wow. Now?
I also looked
Is there one now?
I did not find one now, but I would
Okay.
assume it probably went down
It's
again.
gonna go down.
0.005%.
Right. But then I also looked up men because, sex is like it doesn't mean the same thing
No,
to men as
absolutely
it
not.
does to women.
And that's going to have to be a whole different topic.
Well,
I'm going to tell you right now.
yeah, well-
because how come men get like, yeah, high five, you had sex with them. And then women, if you walk the AM walk of shame coming from a bar that you left with
Right.
someone the other night, you get the
What?
walk of shame.
We'll
yeah.
have to have a whole episode on just that because, body count doesn't matter for men, but it does for women.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked up the statistics for men, and in the 80s, 15 to 20% of men reported being virgins at the time of marriage, which I thought was really high even then.
Yeah.
I agree.
But in the 2000s and 2010s, it dropped to 5 to 10% of men.
That does not
Which-
surprise me.
I feel like that's still high.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think people are lying.
I think that
I'm sure people
there are
feel
religious
some type of way about, I mean, not everyone is as vocal as us.
right. They might not speak up, but I'm sure that there are obviously going to be like religious guys who are willing to
I'm
wait
sure.
those, but and that's great that there's still people doing that. I have mixed feelings about
Waiting. I mean, I can understand, especially because in your situation, it wasn't both of you were virgins.
No, there was a lot of
virgins.
virgin. I
Thank
got you.
Understand.
but yeah, it was hard. There was pressure to like live up to something that you didn't know what you were living up to.
I believe that.
Yeah,
but
of course.
my husband's amazing and it was fine, but it just,
Yeah.
if I hadn't waited, our wedding night probably would have been a little bit more fun. Not that it wasn't enjoyable.
No, but there's a lot that comes with losing your virginity
There's
for
stress.
a female.
There's stress,
emotion.
right.
There's so much emotion that women tie up into dating, sex, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That is not, I don't think it's always there for a guy.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is there sometimes, but I think for women, we're overthinkers. Let's just say it in
1000%.
general.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
And we're like, how does this make me look? What does this make me do? What if I'm not doing it correct? What happens if we get married, we do this, and he hates me?
Right. What if it's awful and we're married now?
Now what?
That was
Too late.
That was my mom's comment. But what if it's terrible?
That is why I will tell you, I grew up knowing that I did not want to wait. Like everyone always talks to you about, oh, abstinence is best. Yes, abstinence is best. Absolutely 100%. However, I did not want to wait till I got married.
Well, I think that there's abstinence to a certain point, right? Like you need to be emotionally mature enough to handle it.
Yeah, not 13.
Not 13, 14, 15, even 16 or 17. Like you don't know.
Yeah, you're just starting life.
And you're not using your brain enough to think about consequences.
You know, having a teenage daughter who tells me everything, she comes home with the most outlandish stories about the dating that's happening with her peers. And every time she says something, my jaw's on the floor. I'm like, where are the parents of these children?
Right.
Even Nolan in middle school, we have those kind of conversations. And I'm like, what are you serious right now? He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think parents sometimes are clueless, or they don't want to believe that their child is thinking about these things or doing these things, and they're not teaching them to protect themselves.
I think it's also different too, because like even sex education in school anymore is totally different than what it was when we went to high school.
Yeah, because you have to be so careful what you're saying because people are sensitive.
Right. Stop being sensitive and be protective.
Yeah.
Start using the education system to allow for the education that is properly deserved for these children so that they don't grow up being stupid. No offense.
I feel like in high school we were putting condoms on bananas.
I was just going to say that.
You know, I think one thing that is helpful is talking to them plainly about dating and sex and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like use the words. Say penis. Right. It's okay. You know, and it's not a bad word.
And those conversations are hard to have, but if you have them with your children and are calm and cool about the conversations, your kids are going to come back and talk to you.
Yeah.
And that's what you need from your kids, even the boys. My son tells me everything. And it's because I do my best, like my mom did with me, to try to stay calm and cool about it and explain things in a, chill way.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't go, well, I know she's going to freak out every time I talk to her about this, so I'm not going to.
You know, one thing I know, I'm glad that I don't have to date ever again.
Me too.
Me too.
I couldn't imagine doing it now.
The other thing I'm glad about is that we talk to our children.
Yes.
You need to really talk to them, whether it's uncomfortable or not. Talk to them.
And it's going to be uncomfortable. There's no way to get around it, but it's conversations that have to be had.
Yes.
Mary, did you have something else that you wanted to add about dating?
I don't think so. I think I got all my thoughts out.
I have something funny that I want to add.
Okay.
Oh, God,
so
please.
I was just curious about like what was different in the 90s about dating. So yeah. So number one, caller ID. That was when caller ID started, so you can know that Tommy was calling you.
I didn't have.
I actually don't even know a Tommy,
caller ID.
Star 69.
Yeah, I didn't.
Do you remember that?
Yes, but we used to like
call
really
and
mess with people with that.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember mixed CDs?
Oh yes,
mixed cassettes.
Being able to burn your own CDs. Yep.
I always wanted somebody to do that for me, and no one ever did.
Mary, I'll make you a mix CD.
No, my husband did it for Valentine's Day, and he had a song written for me that he had on there, and I was like, I always wanted somebody to make me a mixtape.
I love that.
And then in the early 2000s, some of the differences was MySpace.
Oh. I'm so glad I didn't have to do any of that.
I did not do it. I didn't have like AOL or Instant Messenger.
Do you remember the top, like you could have like the top friends or whatever on MySpace?
Yes, it actually says it right here. Top friends ranking was basically a relationship status.
Yes.
Burn CDs. We talked about that. And there was one other one that caught my eye. Chain emails and AIM.
Oh, yes. AIM. The age, sex, location.
Oh, yeah. I was lying all the time with my friends when we get on her dial-up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So I say that this is going to be a normal topic for us, the things that we don't know. It's just going to change, right? We can have one with the dating edition again with our husbands.
Yeah, that would be good.
But we want to know what you guys are thinking, and what didn't you know about, or what surprised you about dating. So email us at theukuleles@gmail.com. That is the THEUKELELES@gmail.com. We'll be doing a monthly email spotlight and addressing those topics then. Also, be on the lookout for our TikTok account at the.ukuleles, @the.ukeleles. See you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.